Okay, didn't expect to be out here enjoying Puerto Penasco, doing a live out. I thought I'd be in my office today. I have so much work to do, so much paperwork. We've written several offers. We got an offer on a property in Phoenix as well. It's been a busy time. I was in the office last night until like 9. And today is el Día de la Bandera. Today is the day of the flag right here in Mexico, la bandera bien hermosa. So I came out, my wife said, hey, Leah is gonna be performing. She's gonna be carrying the Mexican flag for her school and the rest of her class as well. So I said, let me go out and take care of this, then I'll get to the office a little bit later and do what I gotta do. So aquí estoy en Puerto Penasco, mis amigos. El Día de la Bandera. Esperaba estar toda la mañana y todo el día en la oficina trabajando, moviendo papeleo, porque tengo un frego de trabajo, gracias a Dios. Y tengo varios contratos que ando trabajando y tengo que tener todo en orden. Pero estoy en México, ¿verdad? Y hay que gozar la vida, como les digo. Aquí la vida en México es muy diferente que en los Estados Unidos. Tomo el tiempo de salir a estos eventos, estar con mi hija, estar con mi esposa, estar con los vecinos, con los amigos aquí en Puerto Penasco. Pero déjame enseñarles esto rapidito porque ya vienen bajando del malecón y estoy aquí, mira, Ignacio Ramírez y Boulevard Benito Juárez. That one right there is a Coca-Cola truck, famoso, la troca de Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola truck is famous all over the world, including Mexico. And that was going to be a big movie cinema place, and it went broke in '08 when the market crashed. But check this out, a lot of people come over here in their city hall, ahí cerca la casa municipal. Y aquí están nuestros amigos de la Cruz Roja. And then check this out. So a lot of people miss this. Este es el Ancle. Y muchas personas ni saben que está aquí este lugar. Pasan por aquí seguido. Pero mira las cadenas que tiene este. Mira, Puerto Penasco tiene su panga. Y luego tiene su Ancle. This is the anchor right here at the entrance of Puerto Penasco, and we got the police out here as well. They're all over the place. We've got everybody's doing crowd control, and so aquí estoy para el Día de la Bandera aquí en Puerto Penasco, Sonora, Mexico, mi lugar favorito. This place right here, just so you know, it used to be Latitude 31. They sold it recently. It's now called Lime and Salt by Latitude 31. New owners. The place in the front has very, very good breakfast. So if you come up here and you always say, where do I go? So Latitude 31 is now a Salt and Lime. And then the place next door, they're from, I think they're from Europe or something like that. And they own that place, and they do really, really good breakfast there. This one right here is where all the boats come in, all the ships come in. This is where the shrimp comes in and where the fish come in right here. Esta marina. Y ahí vienen los primeros. Here comes the first group. There's like, what I understand, there's like 30 schools that are participating in this day, the day of the bandera right here in Puerto Penasco, Sonora, Mexico. So you got the flag on the police officer's uniform, verde, blanco y rojo. Y viva Mexico, my friends. I'm gonna flip this back over here in a minute, but just wanted to say hello. Quería mandarles saludos a todos mis amigos, mis amigas, a toda mi familia, que siempre todo el año me andan mandando gente que necesita ayuda en bienes raíces. Y todos mis amigos y amigas, y para todos mis realtors que están allá en los Estados Unidos, que me mandan sus clientes, y también aquí en México, que tengo corredores por México que me marcan y me dicen, Juanito, necesito que atiendas a mi gente. Soy su experto en bienes raíces, ya saben, I'm your real estate expert here in Rocky Point and also in Phoenix Metro. So if you want to sell a piece of property in Phoenix Metro, please let me know. Let me flip this over. I'm just going to run this for a couple minutes and then I'll cut it off and then I'll check back in with you guys later today and let you know what's cooking out here in Puerto Penasco. It's such a beautiful day. Look at this. I'm standing in the sun here, and it's just like it just feels so good. It's so peaceful out here in Puerto Penasco in Mexico. I love being here. I never thought that I would own a business in Mexico. Nunca pensé que iba a ser dueño de un negocio en México o vivir en México, porque aquí paso mucho tiempo en México. También en Phoenix, pero ya paso mucho más tiempo aquí en México. Y para mí es una maravilla, honestamente. I live so peacefully. I love being in this little town. The Mexican people are so freaking awesome. And then we've got so many foreigners in town too. It's just like almost everybody that I meet out here speaks English and Spanish or some other language. So anyways, I invite you, all of you that are thinking about moving to Mexico and you haven't made it, you haven't pulled the trigger, you know, for some reason or another, you haven't come out. But I know a lot of you are thinking about it because you call me and you talk to me about it and you share those ideas with me and those dreams of you moving to Mexico. So come on down. All you got to do is make that decision and move down here. There's a lot of reasons to do it. So para toda mi gente que ha pensado en moverse para acá, para México, regresar a México o moverse a México, no lo piensen, vénganse, porque esta vida está muy, muy bonita. Yo estoy muy contento aquí. Tengo mucho trabajo, tengo mucha oportunidad de invertir en bienes raíces. I got a lot of opportunity to invest here in real estate and Rocky Point, a lot more than I do in the United States. Anyways, let me flip this camera over. Saludos, bendiciones, mis amigos. Su amigo Juanito Sanchez, Johnny Sanchez, for all my Cali people and my Arizona people. Y aquí en México, Juanito, con cariño, por favor. Let me flip this over for you. Like I said, there's what I understand about 30 schools that are involved in this. Just awesome. It's just so moving to see the pride in your country. You know, to have your pride here. All these people are very proud to be Mexicanos. And I guarantee you that a lot of these students here are not off from Mexico. We've got a lot of students, foreigner students that are here, that have moved to Mexico. Their family has decided to move to Mexico, and now they're in the school system here. So, and not only from the United States, from Canada, from Europe, from South America. So, anyways, you're invited to come down, and here we go. If you want to know where I'm at, City Hall's right there. It says Las Conchas, Playa Hermosa, and the airport. And I'm looking this way, coming down from the Malecon. A lot of you that know Rocky Point know exactly where I'm at. So muchos de ustedes que son de aquí de Peñasco ya saben dónde estoy. Y también la gente que visita aquí a Puerto Peñasco, ya saben dónde está este lugarcito. Aquí andan pasando agua a los estudiantes. This guy here in the quad and the guy in the red shirt, they're making sure that the kids that are thirsty are getting water, which is really, really good. They have the Red Cross out here. They had a couple people not feeling well already today, and they were taking care of them. El Día de la Bandera. Flag Day here in Mexico. mis amigos. Qué chulada, isn't it? This is a beautiful thing. You know, you get all these students out here. It's a cool day, but the sun's breaking out now. It's getting close to spring, so the weather's just like awesome. It's a great time to be in Puerto Penasco. You need to plan your trip out here. I know spring break is coming up in a hurry. A lot of people come down for spring break. A lot of students come down for spring break, and you're invited. You're invited to come down. Let me know if I could be of any help while you're here, while you're in town. I do have a few places for rent. If anybody's looking for a place for rent, let me know. As you know, I'm your real estate expert. I do real estate out here. I don't do property management, but I do have several places for rent that belong to my clients, and also a couple of those belong to myself, and I own them and I rent them out. Check it out. There it is. This is the future of Mexico. Este es tu futuro de México. Todos esos estudiantes que van a ser los siguientes los negociantes, dueños de sus propios negocios, líderes de la comunidad, líderes en México, dentistas, doctores, y policías, bomberos, lo que quieran, ¿verdad? Pero aquí es un orgullo estar aquí en México. Here's the future of Mexico. All the young students, they're your future leaders, your future doctors, your future dentists, your future business owners. Very, very nice. And then you've got all these people here, look, walking around with water, making sure that people are hydrated. Amigo. They're the little ones. Look at that. How cute, how very cute, you know. It is so emotional for me to be out here and participate in this, and to see from the youngest little students to the older ones that are already graduating high school, going to college this coming year, including my daughter. It's her last year here, and then she's going to dental school, and she'll be in Mexicali for like 5 years. So how time flies, time just goes on. Bunch of young ladies in this group. Escuela primaria. It's very nice to just be able to take time off when stuff's going on in Rocky Point and be able to participate in it. I love being in my own business, in the real estate business. It's always given me the freedom to pretty much to do what I want to do. So I praise God every day for giving me the opportunity to help my people in their housing here in Mexico and in the United States. All right, I remember when my daughter was this little here, and she was going to school here, and now she's gonna graduate. She's a senior, and she's moving on to the university. Miguel, I didn't see the name on that one there. Young leaders of Mexico, the future of Mexico. It's so good to see all this positive stuff, because so many people talk negative stuff about Mexico, and really, it's such a great place to be. Stuff happens everywhere, even here. Fortunately, we're in a cool little town here, and it's pretty much still a fisherman's village. Most of the people live off the fishing industry here, and of course the tourism. Tourism is big now in Puerto Penasco. See that beautiful flag? Muchos de mis amigos, de ustedes que me andan viendo, recuerdan cuando ustedes estaban joven y estaban participando en estos días, de estos eventos especiales en México. So I'm sure a lot of you, my friends, remember your days here in Mexico as a young child and as a young adult, participating in these events. Puerto Penasco, Boulevard Benito Juárez, Ignacio Ramirez. Getting some water out to the youngsters. Why should you move to Mexico? Who should move here? I think anyone who wants to be here should move here. What opportunities do people have? I love to help people, retired people, move down here. You know, because a lot of them are strapped under Social Security, and they can hardly make their bills after living and working in the United States for. Some of them have been working there for over 30 years, and they retire, and the rents are so high, and if they own their own houses, a lot of them still have to pay for them. The insurance, the taxes, the inflation, everything is so expensive, and you can live here so much more comfortably on your Social Security. So if you have friends that are on Social Security and want to move out here to Mexico, they're going to be in for a big surprise. You know, this is just the charm of living here, the specialness of being here in Mexico. Entonces, las personas que están jubiladas, que están retirados en los Estados Unidos, que andan pensando en moverse a México, no la piensen, vénganse. Aquí en México los están esperando. And then for all the young people that love to come out to Rocky Point, it's time for you to invest out here. You know, this is an affordable place to invest in. And this year, as many of you know, I'm building tiny houses. As a matter of fact, I'm on that almost every day, spending time and getting that plan done. We've got our land. I'm already ordering a couple of trailers for our first couple mobile tiny houses. I do have a model. It's already built here. It's a one-bedroom out at the Ranchito. It's like 330 square feet. They're tiny. They're small houses, affordable living, but they're beautiful. So reach out to me. If you have, there's a lot of people that have property here in Rocky Point that are in the United States. I get calls all the time that they want to sell their property. So if you want to sell some property out here, let me know. And also in Phoenix Metro, if you're interested in selling some property in Phoenix Metro, let me know. I'm your expert, amigos. Okay, here we come. We got another group coming in. So like I said, there's about 30 schools. I can't read off all the names. Escuela Primaria Enrique Ortega Gastelum. Here we go. Escuela Primaria Nueva Creación. Aquí en Puerto Penasco, mis amigos. Right here, my favorite place, Rocky Point. Like I said earlier, Latitude 21 is now sold. Now it's called Lime and Salt. We got new owners to the place here in Puerto Penasco. And the place next door, they have some really, really delicious breakfast there. So if you're interested in having some good breakfast, there's a lot of those places here in Rocky Point. There's so much good food. Hay tanta comida buena aquí en Puerto Penasco. Y hay tantas cosas que hacer. And so many things to do. Just right here off to my right, you have the pirate boat for the kids. The kids love to get on the pirate boat. Les gusta subirse al barco del pirata. Y cada día cuando baja el sol salen y hacen un evento allí para los niños en el barco bien suave. También tienes el parasailing aquí enseguida. También tienes el Sunset Cruise para la gente que nomás quiere ir a bailar y tomar una margarita, una cerveza, una limonada. También si quieren ir a pescar, if you want to go fishing. Mi lugar favorito, México, México, ra, ra, ra. Viva México. Aquí estoy en Puerto Peñasco, Sonora, México. My friends right here next door, they have the best tacos here in Rocky Point. One of the best taquerias. Los Cebollos, they've been friend of mine forever. And then here on the corner, you can get aguachiles, you can get mariscos. A friend of mine has her real estate office right here in this white building. She's been a long time friend of mine here in Puerto Penasco. And I'm just letting this run because I know a lot of you aren't going to watch this whole video, but it's so nice to share it with you. So as it comes through and you got a minute or two to check it out, enjoy it. Enjoy this time here in Mexico with me. And I'm going to let it run. So who's ever online at that moment can share a little bit of what I'm experiencing here. Viva México. Primera de Junio. I believe my wife went to school there. This is so special to me because all these kids here have pride in being Mexicanos and being here in Mexico. They all got up early and I'm sure they were all excited. Just like my daughter who's actually graduating this year. Just the pride of being here in Mexico. To be Mexicanos. You know, to participate in a beautiful country that they have. Me da tanto orgullo porque todos esos niños que ven aquí tienen orgullo de ser mexicanos, tienen orgullo de participar en este evento del Día de la Bandera y cualquier otro evento especial. Se levantan temprano, se preparan, se arreglan. Están tan bonitos y bonitas todos los niños aquí. Un gran orgullo que veo en la comunidad aquí en México. Algo muy, muy especial. I see all you guys out there, Lourdes, Andrea, mi amigo desde Saguayo. I think that's my new buddy out in Saguayo. Donna, what's up? What's up, you guys? And I've got my real estate attorney calling me as well. I'm looking forward, and this is everybody coming down. If you're coming down from the Malecón, I mentioned to you earlier. So what you see in front of me here is part of Black Mountain up on top, and then on the back side of that is the Malecón. And over here to the right is where all the fishing boats come in, the shrimp boats. Where all the mariscos come in to Puerto Penasco. EST 37. There's a little bit younger group here. My amigo Manny Ramirez out there. What's up, Manny? I hope you just enjoy just a small clip of what's going on out here. And I'll just let it run so as people are, coming in and out of my page, they can, experience a little bit of what I'm experiencing here in Mexico at this moment. 50 aniversario. Ay. Just the smiles of the people out here enjoying, watching their kids out here. It's impressive, it really is. All this pride in Mexico, and it's actually very moving. Okay, I heard baby out there, so that's my wife. She's letting me know that my daughter's coming up here. So, like I said, my daughter's graduating. She's graduating this year and going to the university. She's been here in Mexico since first grade. She was in Phoenix for Head Start and part of the Head Start, like a year and a half, and then we pretty much decided to open up a business in Mexico. And my wife is from here, from Puerto Penasco, and we were living in Glendale for a year, and she's like, hey, I want to live in Rocky Point. That's where I live. That's where I love. That's where my family is. That's where I'm from. And I said, what are we waiting for? Let's go. We're already building houses out there. We're opening up our business, and slowly we made that move. I mean, she made that move pretty quickly, and then within a few years, we had a few houses down here, and now I'm a real estate broker here in Sonora, Mexico, and also in Arizona. A real estate broker, real estate expert in Arizona as well. So yeah, my daughter's last year here. She's in the Instituto de Sonora, so it's like a Catholic school here in town, bilingual school. And she's moving on to the university, to dental school. She'll be there for the next 5 years after this summer. So proud of her. Muy orgullosa de mi hija. Comenzó aquí en primer grado. Estuvo en los Estados Unidos por Head Start y luego nos movimos para acá. Mi esposa es de aquí, me dijo, yo quiero vivir en México, quiero vivir en Puerto Penasco, no quiero vivir aquí en los Estados Unidos, y pues ya andábamos construyendo casas aquí y pues para acá nos movimos. Y eso ya hace pues 20 años, ya menos 20 años, 19 años. This is my beautiful wife, Carla. She's so proud of our daughter as well. Shout out to all my friends, all my family, my daughters, my sons, my son, and he's in Indiana right now. My daughters are in Phoenix, all my grandkids, my family in California. Yep, here's Leah coming up here in the next couple minutes. So it'll be her last year participating in this type of event here in Puerto Penasco, because she's moving on to Mexicali. She'll be in dental school there for the next 5 years. So es el último año aquí para participar en este evento. Y me da mucho orgullo que esté aquí mi hija. y se va a Mexicali por 5 años estudiando la carrera de dentista. Como le digo, aquí está el futuro de todo México. Vas a tener tus licenciados, las personas que van a tener sus propios negocios, los ingenieros, scientists, políticos, policías, bomberos, secretarias, dueños de sus propios negocios. This is the future, futuro de México. All these young kids. My wife is funny. There's Doritos and churritos up here, up front. Love Mexico, I tell you. Okay. This is another school out here called Cinema. They're also bilingual. There's my beautiful daughter, right next to the guy standing with the flag. My beautiful Leah. I love you, little mama. Hi. Cinema, Colegio Americano, Primaria. Totally bilingual school there in Puerto Penasco. Okay, so we're getting to the end here, mis amigos. It was my pleasure to bring this to you. Fue mi placer traerles este evento de aquí de Puerto Penasco. Mi lugar favorito. A ver, ¿quién más está aquí? Desde Zaguayo, otro. Que tengo que venir a Zaguayo a conocer también. De seguro, 100%, mi amigo. Voy para allá. Y aquí tienes tu casa en Peñasco cuando quieran. Everybody's got their place right here in Rocky Point whenever you need to be here. So. Okay, mis amigos, let me flip over real quick. So much fun. So much emotion to see this beautiful day here in Rocky Point with all these young students from first grade to people that are graduating, like my daughter going to the university. Love the pride here in Mexico. I do remember when I was a kid and I was in the United States, that pride that I felt as a child. And I see it here, and it's ongoing. So, anyways, mis amigos, Juanito Sanchez out here in Mexico, Johnny Sanchez for all my Cali people and my Arizona people, my U.S. people, mis tejanos, Juanito Sanchez aquí en Puerto Penasco. Que Dios los bendiga. May God bless you guys all. I got a busy day still ahead, so if you need me, reach out. Si me necesitan, márquenme. Ya saben que aquí sigo a su servicio. I'm your servant right here in Mexico and in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm your real estate expert here in Mexico and in the United States. God bless you guys all. To my beautiful wife, she's up there somewhere. I love you so much, baby. And to my beautiful daughter that's here participating in this event. I love you so much, Leah. Felicidades on your day here. And we'll talk again, right? Because I love to talk to you guys all. I love to do it love to share these lives here in Mexico with you. And when I'm in Phoenix as well, I love to share the moments that I am when I'm in the United States. But we'll talk to you later, mis amigos. Bendiciones.